And it's dropping frames already. I want to see what it looks like on Twitch, just watching my mouse move around like that. So it looks like you can see it. I guess I'm going to try playing the game and see how that works. And it's super slow, it's just not even watchable. What the heck am I doing wrong here? Everything was working fine last night. It turned green for a second. My kilobytes per second is really low. It seems to be working now. It's still freezing though. I guess I could try scaling the output. It's about the only thing left I can try here. No, how come I didn't need to do that before, but what you gonna do? Oh, it won't let me scale the output while it's active, that makes sense. Oh, I guess we'll just have to try that. I'll be back. Okay, so it seems to be better now. I hope that it's still visible. And I'm watching the preview to see if we're losing frames or anything here. And it still seems like it's freezing. At least Twitch is telling me that it's stable, so that's good. I'm gonna watch the preview on full screen, and it's barely legible. You can't even read the text. Man. And that looks like shit. I'm gonna try to fix that. We don't need two of those open anymore. Too much shit. I have to go through and delete a whole bunch of crap. Alright, well, again, I'm gonna stop the stream, try to make it look a little clearer. Sorry about all the technical bullshit today. Peace. Alright, so I'm gonna try this again and see how it runs on Twitch here. Been having all sorts of problems this morning. It's getting choppy, and then it looked bad when I scaled it down, and now it seems to be choppy again. Twitch is telling me the stream health is excellent, but it just does not look excellent. It looks choppy. What can I do here? Oh, this is frustrating. Oh, death. And it's still freezing up. Man. So it still seems to be freezing up, just not as bad as it was. I'm gonna take a look now and see if at least we can read what I'm working on and stuff, and it does look much better. You can actually read the text, so that's a step forward. Granted, it's not perfect, but it seems to be working. So if you're watching this, this is Retro Spaceball. This game I'm making, it's working title. Still in progress. This would be the end of the second month. I started the first week of November. And I'm just playing through the game a little bit now to remind myself what needs to be worked on before I get right down to work. It's 7 a.m. here, and I finally got my sleep schedule back to nearly normal. I woke up at like 4:30 this morning. I went to bed at like 5 o'clock last night, so it's not looking too good for tomorrow, but we'll see what time. The real issue is when I'll be sleepy tonight. I probably will stay up again for like another 24 hours. I don't know what it is. I can't stop myself from wanting to be awake longer. I feel like more shit needs to get done and I'm not sleepy yet, and then all of a sudden it's been 24 hours and I start to get a little loopy, and then it's hard to sleep because everyone else is awake. So I woke up like 4 times throughout my sleep, and kept telling myself, go back to sleep, fix your sleep schedule, and then I'd force myself to fall back to sleep eventually. But that's difficult as an insomniac. I used to love sleeping. I don't know why it's so difficult now. I think I like getting work done. So I got some feedback yesterday and today from someone I met online who was saying that the physics between the ball and the bullet are a little lackluster, and I could agree with that, especially in spots like this where you know, you're already past the portal, you're not getting a lot of pickups here, and you really need a direct shot in order to get it up there. Oh, got it up there. It's not impossible. Right now the trick is to get the power-ups, totally. And then once you got the power-ups, move quickly, because they don't last forever. 15 seconds. Oh, and I'm dead. So things are looking a little bit better on the stream. I'm pleased with that. But again, my apologies if it suddenly cuts out. Not sure what's going on with that. And it does look like it's still freezing time to time on the stream. That sucks. It's like my computer's not even trying. Usually it's like... It's not warm. gonna see if one more setting change could maybe fix this, because it's not perfect. I'd like it to be more perfect. And I'm just checking to see how it performed during the last seconds of that. Alright, so the graphics quality doesn't look nearly as good, but at least it's going at the right speed here. And it appears to not be as choppy as it was, so I think I made the right quality choice there. Quality setting choice. It's still freezing. Well, I think, man, it's still freezing up on me, but I wish I could fix it, but I don't know how. I don't know what else to do. I've tried a whole bunch of crap. Could try changing the bitrate again, but been doing a heck of a lot of that. I'm gonna try that, I guess. Don't have much of a choice here. And we're still dropping frames. We're doing worse than we were before, it looks like. Alright, yeah, we're at 26% dropped frames and we were at 25 when it started, so I'm gonna change that back. This is at 1000 kilobytes per second and ultra fast speed. That's what it says. So we're at 27.5% dropped frames, just jumped to 27.7 dropped frames percentage there. And back down to 27.6, 27.5. So it seems like it's stabilizing. take a look and see how it looks on Twitch again. Every time I click off, it stops the game. So, just so you know. It looks like it's still freezing up a little. A lot. Man. Way too much. This is a little frustrating. I'm just watching the playback here to see what it's like, and yeah, it's still freezing like crazy. I just changed it to 2000 because on Twitch it was telling me it was getting a little low on the bitrate. It's still dropping frames, or it's still choppy on Twitch. Let me see what it's like on OBS. Alright, we're losing frames. Man, this is frustrating. I never had this much trouble fucking streaming before on this computer. I did it on my old computer, for sure. What am I doing? I always had it at medium before. Maybe I'll try that. It's still dropping frames. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm trying to get the stream to look right. It seems to be laggy and having a little trouble. Keep changing the settings and whatnot, but it seems to still be choppy. It's either dropping frames on my side or it's being choppy on Twitch's side. It's one or the other. Can't seem to get it in between. And it's crazy because it seemed to be working fine yesterday. This is just unacceptable as it is, though. There's like spikes on my stream health. It seems okay now. No, it's still freezing up on the preview. Anyways, this is my game retro spaceball that I'm making. Right now, like I said, I'm just trying to get the stream to look right before I start working on it. I might have to just give up on making it look right and just start working, but it seems to be doing better. My apologies if you lose a frame or two or more. And if you're interested in playing, there's a link at the bottom there. itch.io is where I'm hosting it. It's early access, but it's free. And the version that's up there isn't as updated as this, but it's close. It doesn't have the audio. There's a few differences in the player attributes. Oh. Yeah, it seems like the bitrate's fine, and then all of a sudden it just drops off, and then it comes back up. So I'm just gonna leave it where it's at. Like I said, my apologies if it doesn't look pristine. Okay. So I'm going to jump ahead to things I need to get done here. Open Piskel, which is a pixel art editor for free. I found it online. It's quite easy to use. It's got a lot of good tools. It's probably not the best thing out there, but it's free. We'll give it a second to load here. Excuse me for yawning, it's still quite early here. 7:25. Okay, so this is Piskel. This is a blank. So I'm going to open up a image. Alright, so here's our dash image. If you look up here, you can see all of the layers merged. I'm just going to merge them now. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that, because these, as you can see, they have opacity levels. Okay. Oh, one too far. There we go. Alright, so what I need to do here is I'm going to resize, and we want to give it more width, because we're gonna give it a well, actually, it seems to have enough. It has enough space here. This should be enough space. Alright, so I'm just gonna draw on it as it is, and I'm going to give it like a green, like attack shield type thing. So it'll be kind of like a bullet. I'm going to use the mirror tool. There we go. So this will help to let the player know that their defenses are up, and it works as an attack. Okay, so fill it with green. That's pretty bright. It's a little less bright, and then we'll take the really bright and we'll put little accents in it. Oh, doing the wrong color. Okay. I like it, but it's too chunky on the edge, so I'm going to take off some of these pixels that I don't need. And that should help with the chunkiness. Yeah, I like that. And then like a couple like animation type lines here. Oh. Bit of blue. Maybe just like there, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. I like it, but I want it to come in a bit. Yeah, I think that'll do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to save it. So I'll save it as -L. So I'm going to replace it. And then I'm also going to export it. Call it -L2. Alright, so now we're going to open up -R. I want to import it. -R. We're just going to do the same thing here, but on a new layer. And then we're going to, well, first we're going to get rid of those pixels we don't need. And then we're going to rotate the layer. Didn't work because that's not what we wanted. We wanted to mirror the layer. Sorry about that. And that should take care of that. To save it, -R. Save that, and then we're going to export and make another -R 2. Alright, so that should make our dash a little bit more exciting. There was something else. Oh, shield generator. So before I jump into putting these sprites back in the Unity, I'm going to continue making some more here. So we're going. I'm gonna start with. So I'm gonna load up my Piscal files. And none of those are ones that I want, so I'm gonna go up a level. I haven't organized all this shit yet. Let's see here. Layer particle for this one, I think. Yeah, perfect. This is the one I wanted. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of this layer. That was weird. Oh, it's because I have a selection still. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, so now I'm going to resize the image. Make it 64. Double the image size. Now here I want to make it look like it's... you know what? I wanted something else actually. Let me import the shield image. The shield image is whatever. Yeah, this is the one that I want. It's already set to the right size. Now this is what it looks like when you get hit, but I want to make something so it's generating the shield. So I want you to know that you're not getting hit. So the first thing I think might be to draw these grids like a really bright blue. Or maybe like a darker bright blue, a saturated blue. Not so much a cyan, but right. So now I'm going to draw it. Huh? That's weird. Oh, is it not symmetrical? It's not symmetrical. So it's symmetrical left and right, but not top to bottom. Yeah, it's different. Okay, so I'm just gonna go left to right then. So this is going to be the texture for the shield generator, or the sprite for the shield generator, which that's going to increase your shield and basically give you more life. So that looks cool. This, well, change the color of this. This as well. So this is what it's going to look like. Not sure if that's what I want though. This purple's really light, or dark. I want it to be lighter probably. It doesn't feel like it's gaining life, it feels like it's losing life. I'm just guessing here. No, that looks too much like the dash that we just made. That doesn't look right. I got an idea. We'll resize it to 64 and we'll give it like shit going on outside of it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that'll work, but I'm gonna change the colors up a bit here. Do I want that on the inside or the outside? I like that. So that looks cool, but we need some light blue in there, light cyan. Let's see. This one got messed up. Oop. Oh no. Let's set it up more. There we go. Huh. Now they're touching. I don't like that. So that's where I wanna. Yeah, I think that'll fit. Okay, so I'm gonna change the colors now. Alright, yeah, and that reads as you just accomplished something, you got your shield back, it's different than the other one. Yeah, I think this will work. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna change it. And this one's gonna be called, oh, I'm gonna put it in the RSB folder. Damn it. And shield gen part. We'll call it a part even though it's not a particle. Gonna export it. So the shield generator, we could put on the player, so that way it sticks to the player. But we could also put it on the shield generator itself. I'm not sure which is the best option there. For the dash, we're definitely going to put it on the player. Is there a player prefab? Probably not. So that's easy. All we have to do is import the new images and put them on the player objects, or the player object graphics. All right. So we got our sprites folder. We're gonna go to player, and we're gonna give it the new sprites. Alright, so there's our textures down here. That's what we need. So we're going to go back to our graphics. For the R, we're going to put in -R2. For the L, we're going to put in -L2. So let's see what that looks like. Alright, so yeah, it reads a little bit more like you're not going to get hit and you're going to do some damage. Of course, you can't dash at this part of the level because it's a tutorial, but it definitely looks like you're not going to get hurt. So even if you're going through enemy bullets, it'll look like you're not getting hurt, and that's the idea here. Alright, and thanks for watching. This is Retro Spaceball. It's a game I'm working on. This is a tutorial level that I just made this week. Just kind of explains how to maneuver the ball around, basically. It's early access, under development, and this is about the second month I've been working on it. Just working on it by myself, getting feedback from people, but haven't gotten any help outside of feedback. And the feedback's been great. I've been getting a lot of people playing, so that's cool. Just yesterday I got a new person to play the game, so every day I've been getting someone new to play it. Sometimes more than one. Alright, so there's the shield generator. So I think the easiest way to do it would just be to make another graphics here. So we've got our shield graphics. We're just going to duplicate that. Right, because there's no script attached to it or anything. So we're going to say shield gen graphics. And hopefully that avoids the confusion. And I should put them next to each other so we can see the difference. Okay, so the shield gen is going to have shield gen. And it's off. So what we can do then is make a addition to the shield generator scripts. and we'll just tell it to turn it on, pretty simply. Scripting is nothing to be afraid of. I know a lot of artists are like trying to work with third-party stuff to not have to script, but the more you script, the better off you are. I started scripting when I was in high school, but I didn't really learn how to do it until after college. So, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning quite a bit here. Okay, so we've got our generate shield function. All we need to do here is make it turn on the game object. So first we need to make a variable for the game object. We're going to call it public game object, and we're going to call it shield gen what did I hit caps lock? Graphics. Alright, so we've got shield gen graphics. We're going to copy that, paste it there, and then we want set active. This is a built-in Unity function that's just going to turn on the game object. If we put true in there, it turns it on. If we put false in there, it turns it off. So what we're going to do is we'll turn it on here, and then we need to run a coroutine, which is basically just a timer, and the timer is going to tell it to turn it back off. We could do that here, or we could make a new script and put it on the shield generator. It's just easier to do it here because we're not going to need a script on there at all. So so here we're going to make a timer. So we'll call it public float, not gloat, float, and it's going to be the shield gen timer. Alright, and then we're going to make a public enumerator. Did I do that wrong? It's just easier for me to check sometimes. Let's see here. Oh, it's got a capital. Okay. I probably would have fixed it if I kept typing. So we got enumerator, then we're going to give it a name, so we're going to call it shield gen. And capitalize that. There we go. So this is where it's going to run the function, and because it's an enumerator, we need a yield return we're going to use wait for seconds, and we're going to put in our shield gen timer. Alright, so that's gonna, oh, I did the wrong thing there. Alright, so that's going to wait for that time before it runs the rest of the function, and this is where we're just going to turn that off. So we're just going to copy and paste that, throw that there, and say false. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is to actually call this enumerator, and we'll do that here. We'll say start coroutine, and then we're gonna say shield gen. I think that's right. Dude, I got it backwards. And look at the enemy shots. Start coroutine. Oh, there's another thing. Oh, I see. Yeah, I had it backwards. Alright, so, and that's like the most confusing part about that, is just getting the damn parentheses right. And I think that's correct. Unity will tell us. And it's not. Thanks for watching. If you're just tuning in, I'm making Retro Spaceball. It's my indie game that I'm making. And oh, look at that. That's gonna be needed. Let's see here. Anything else, Unity? It doesn't like this. So start coroutine, shield gen. Where's that enemy script? I'm just gonna copy and paste it, because for whatever reason my brain's not functioning properly. Okay, so I had it right the first time? Is that correct? Or is it fucking with me? No, it's fucking with me. What's this shit? Alright. That should work. That was way more difficult than it needed to be. Alright. Fix it. What am I doing wrong here now? Yield return, wait for seconds. Did I fuck that up too? Today is just not my day. New. I need a new in there. There we go. And that should fix it. Still one more. What is this? Start coroutine. Shield gen. I spelled it wrong. I think I don't even know how to spell shield. How do you spell shield? Alright, I before E. Yeah, there we go. And that should fix that issue. And of course there's some other issue here. Don't like. What don't like about it? Cannot be the same as enclosing type. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Didn't even realize I had done that. Okay, so because that's the name of the script. I'm gonna call it graph. Alright. The fuck? I didn't copy and paste all that shit. That should fix it. Load. Alright, so the errors are gone. So now all we need to do is find our shield generators. I don't know where they are. I'm just gonna click on them here, because should be more organized. Let's see. It appears that the shield generators made it into the tutorial game object. So I'm going to take those out. Just throw them at the very top, so I know exactly where. Well, not the very top. That wouldn't be smart. All right, so let's see here. We're going to throw it right there. Close that. Put it underneath the player. And I swore that there was three of them. I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm wrong. There's only 2 of them. So what we need to do here now is take a look at the script. Where's the script at? Our gen zone scripts. And as you can see, there's an empty couple variables there. We're just going to put that in there. If you're just joining in, I'm making Retro Spaceball. It's an indie game. I'm just working on it by myself. I don't have a team or anything yet. It's about 2 months in development, and I'm just going at it. Thanks for watching. And you can play it at the link. It's free, early access. I'm totally looking for feedback. It's not updated as much as what I'm working with, but that's the plan here, is to update the itch. So let's see here. Shield Gen graphics. We're going to throw in our player's graphics. So we're going to open that up, find player graphics, Shield Gen graphics. We're going to put that right there, and we want it to stay on for like 0.5 seconds. Alright, so let's see if the shield generator works. It should. After all of that, it should work. Oh, and the audio is off because I started it from this scene rather than from the start menu. The start menu starts the audio. Or the background music, I should say. The sound effects are in the scene, and the background music is at the start. What I do is I tell it not to destroy the background music, so it'll keep looping throughout the game. There's only one song so far, so that works. When I make a second song, I can make it so it will use a playlist essentially, or randomize the playlist or whatever. But I'd like to keep the music separate from the levels for now until I have a song for each level. But I might not actually get to that point because it took like 3 or 4 days to make the song, and granted it's like 5 minutes long, but if I do that for every level, that would take months. So, and I don't feel like paying someone for music because that gets expensive. Not to mention I'm a DJ and a producer myself, so it's like might as well do it myself. Alright, so here's our shield generator. I haven't been hit yet, so it's not going to do anything. Alright, now I've been hit. Alright, so now I just need to get up. So I'm going to move the ball up, and then I'm going to... There we go. Shield is generated. And that looks good too. I like it. There's a difference, and you can see that it's happening. And it's nice that it sticks to the ship, because then if you go in and leave right away, it's still there. Could even make it stay around just a little bit longer. So I'm going to change it to 0.6. So it's like 2/3 of a second. So that's cool. Did that pretty quickly. Now I did have an animation for the shield generator. I would have to make an animator controller, set up a script for it, change it in the script. Half of the work's already done. Basically, I wanted it to check to see how much life you had. So if you can't use the shield generator, then it's green, and it just stays green. The 2 little black circles on it. Zooming in so you can see these 2 little black circles are, you know, I can show you the sprites here. Power-ups, shield generator. Okay, so we've got a variety of shield generator. We've got our animation, and then we've got our green. So it'll go through those frames when you can use it, and then it'll just stay green if you can't. So I think that works. The green is a little bit similar to the blue, but it works for now. Alright, so if I'm going to do that, it's nice that these are prefabs. So I'm just going to work on Shield Gen 1. I'm going to do... Looks like it already has an animator, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go into here. Oh, look, and I've already set up the state machine. So that's nice too. Even more of the work is already done. So then what I really need to do is make a script, or make it in the script that it checks. So let's see here. Player attributes. Alright, so it's already checking, but it only does that when you're in it. So we wanna play with the update function, and we're going to we want it to run the animation if it needs to. If it doesn't need to, we don't want it doing anything, because then it'll just slow it down. We don't need things to be slower than they already are. So not that it's getting slow, but it's a mobile game as well. So I mean, you can play it on the computer, but you can also play it on Android, and it works perfectly quick. So trying to keep it quick. Alright, so what we need to do is we're going to make a check first off. So we're going to make a boolean. I like to use booleans for checks, and we're just going to call it a check. Alright, so if it hasn't checked, we want it to perform a check. So we're going to make a function called check. Alright, so let's make that function here, public void check, and inside check it's going to say pretty much the exact same thing as this. What happened there? Oh, alright, and within that, so if the player health is less than 5, so it basically needs a shield, then we're going to say, well, let's take a look in here. What did I name those? Shield gen needed, shield gen not needed. Easy enough. So let's make booleans for those. Shield gen needed. Just gonna copy and paste that line. Shield gen not needed. That's simple. So we're gonna say if that's the case, shield gen needed equals true, and then we can do else shield gen not needed. Alright, so that's going to be equals true. So what we can do here is just copy and paste them and do the inversions here just to make sure that it knows. Because when you're dealing with the animator, you want to make sure that all the booleans are where they need to be. Essel. Alright. So this is only going to check once though, and that's not really what we need. So we really do need this to check every frame, because you could have gotten a hit. So the more that I think about it, we really don't need this. Whoa. What did I just do there? Okay. There we go. So it's going to check every frame. Yeah, so that's the way it's gotta be. Alright. So wishful thinking at first to think that it only needs to be checked every once in a while, but it really does need to be checked every frame. Otherwise, it's not. It could be giving you misinformation, and that could be detrimental to the player. Okay, so we're gonna have it check every frame to see what the player health is. If that's the case, we're gonna flip the variables. So then we need the animation controller here. So we're gonna make a boolean for that. Public animator, or is it animation controller? I'm going to take a look and see. Is there an animator in there? No, there's not. Is there one in there? Teleport tube. That doesn't use it either, huh? I'm gonna find a script that definitely uses animation so I know that I'm doing this right. A lot of times I just copy and paste my old scripts. That's pretty much how it works. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, public animator. So it's just an animator. We don't have to write animator controller. That's really what I wanted to check there. So we have our wrong script. Here's the right script. So it is just an animator. We're going to call it shield gen anim. And we're going to control copy, throw that here, and then set bool. And what were those? Was it just not needed, or was there more to it? Shield gen not needed. Okay, so we're gonna call it shield gen needed, comma shield gen needed. Notice the capitalization versus the non-capitalization. That's going to make the major difference there. And then we're going to copy and paste it. Oh, first we need a semicolon. Going to copy and paste it. And then we got, we're going to change this to not needed. Oh, then that's not right. We need that to be capitalized. Whoa. Alright. Not needed. Needed. And that should take care of that, but we do need it here as well. Okay. The next step is to make the animations here. What happened? Alright. What is this? Check. That needs to be capital. Alright. We're going to find our shield generator. And it's already got our animations. So shield gen needed. We're going to go to the art. We're going to change it to this one, change it again to this one, and then we're gonna go here, change it again to this one. What happened there? I hit the button. This one, and then this one. Alright, so that's, oh, and then we're going to copy and paste this to make sure that it looks nice. And that should look even. Let's take a look, and yeah, that's what we want. It says, warning, 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 essentially. Alright, so there's our one animation. Let's go to the other animation. Now this one's just going to be one frame green. Golden. Alright. And that should really take care of it. We're going to apply it. Did that automatically do it? It did. Perfect. We're going to save it. And now I'm going to start it from the start scene. That way we can hear the lovely music that I spent 3 or 4 days working on. and I hit the wrong button. The continue button is a level select button for now. It's kind of an Easter egg, but it will skip the tutorial. So as you can see, it's green. And the game's still running fast. It's not like it really slowed it down. But it is constantly checking to see if I've been hit. Come on now. Ooh, excuse me. Keep yawning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. I woke up at 4:30. Come on. Yeah, I never said it was an easy game. This stairway proves irritating. Alright, yes. Great shot indeed. Alright, so there's our shield generator. Still nice and green. I think I should move that portal. It's just getting in the way. That was crazy. It totally missed the trigger. And alright. So something's not working right here because our shield generator is still green. Even though I could just use it, it's still green. So something's not working. And let's see what the console's saying here. It's telling us that something's not assigned here. The animator. The animator needs to be assigned. That's pretty straightforward. Alright, so we're going to go back to our tutorial scene. We're going to find our shield generators. And find the script. There it is. We need to just drag and drop itself onto itself. And that'll fix that issue. I should have noticed that sooner, but what you gonna do? So it's doing something funky here. It's checking, but it's going through the whole cycle. So there might be something wrong with my script. There's probably some type of typo or something. Maybe you guys even noticed and I didn't. Just gonna drag and drop the ball because it is taking too long to get it over there. Where is the pinball? Oh, that was too far. Really dropped it. There we go. As you can see, I went a little far. Alright, let's get the player over there, can we? It's too low. So I'm just gonna find the player and do the same thing. There we go. Alright. So I just want to see what happens here if I get hit. Okay, so it's acting even funnier now. I'm glad I tested that because now it's So let's take a look at the object. See what's going wrong here. It thinks that it's needed and not needed at the same time, so it's gotta be an issue with the script. Shield gen needed equals true, shield gen not needed equals false, and it should do that. Ah, here we go. This is the issue. Durr. Sometimes it's simple. Alright. Alright. This is too difficult. Okay, so it's green. That's good. Off to a good start. I'm gonna get hit. And it stopped on red, so I mean that's not too bad. The issue there is that in the animations folder, the shield generator, this one needs to be looped. This one doesn't, because it's just one frame. That's the issue there. Yeah, so testing can be kind of time consuming. It's a good idea to get all of the issues out of the way before you test it, but you still need to test it. And you're always going to find issues. Otherwise you're just not looking. Even your franchise AAA games, those have issues too. In fact, I used to pride myself on being able to find them. I can't really afford AAA games anymore, but when I could, the first thing I did was test the colliders. Can I go through the level? Can I fall through the world? And you'd be surprised how many times I was able to find colliders that were missing and find spots where I could fall through the world. Alright, go right, would you? Go, no. Go right. You'd think I would be better at this, having created it. Some of the text goes away too quickly. Okay, so we've got a blinky animated shield generator. We go to it and it's green. No longer works. We get hit, and it's blinking again. Go and it's green. Perfect. It's exactly what we need. It takes a second for the red to turn to green, but that's okay. That's just the exit time. If we wanted to change that, we could. And I fixed that frame. Okay, the ball needs to be in front of the tube there. I could really use that shield generator. But I died instead. So that's pretty cool. Working. Doing its thing. Alright, so that's awesome. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into the stream here. The sun has reached the sky in sunny Arizona. I'm gonna take a quick look outside here. It looks like an overcast day. It's alright, I wasn't planning on doing much anyways. Since it's down to just me, I'm going to eat some food here, and I'll hop back on, and before too long I will be back. But thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Peace.